What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we get to take a look at the AG's Challenge, which we've been waiting to use Terry and Oswald for. I'm going to be showing you guys some runs with both these characters, and if you do have either one of them, you're going to find that this AG's Challenge is pretty much a joke. And you can take a look in the carnival here, guys, and see that you do need 18,000 points in order to get every reward out of here. And I do feel like for most players, especially if they have Terry and Oswald, not even maxed out, guys, not even close to maxed out, you're probably going to get the score. I think are going to get all these 18,000 points. I think you're going to need around 3.3, 3.4 billion per run, and I'm pretty sure with either one of these characters, you're not going to have too many problems. So the first thing I want you guys to notice is that I don't have any of my nuts set, right? I haven't done any of my boosts, nothing like that. And for either one of these characters, I have not synchronized this at all. And if you do, you're really going to increase your momentum and overpower, making your character stronger and tankier against the AG's Challenge. So the scores and the runs that I'm going to show you guys are these guys without any buffs. Okay, it's these two without any buffs whatsoever. Now, granted, my Oswald is at A6, but my Terry's only A3. Now, when it comes to Terry and Oswald, I'm just going to be using the specific card sets on them that I've used before, right? With Terry, I'm just using this set right here, the Etudes in the Sky set. The banner set would also be actually a little bit better if you do have that set. And for Oswald, we're actually going to be using the Unstoppable Force set, right? Both these characters benefit quite a bit from these sets. And, you know, we're just using the main option cards that we actually got from the banner. By the way, guys, on my Oswald, no plugins. That's another thing. There's no plugins on either one of these characters. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I lied. I do have some plugins on my Terry. If you do have plugins on either one of these characters, momentum is going to be very, very good in this to increase your damage. Like this here, this is very, very nice. If you got like those ones that say 15,000 momentum increase, that is exactly what you want. So, you know, if you have ones that increase momentum, that's going to be good for Oswald or Terry or any character that you're using in here. If not, then your plugins should really be buffing up whatever their skills are actually needing to be buffed up for. So in Terry's case, it would absolutely be strike skills would be God tier for this character since he spams or charges that third skill. It would be absolutely insane for him. And for Oswald, really his basic attacks would be godly because he throws out those cards. Actually, you know, that would be a really good plug-in to have on him. So when it comes to this AG's Challenge, guys, if you take a look at the strategy info, it shows at the bottom some changes at set intervals, red, blue, and green, which means that you need a blue, purple, and red to counter these. You want to start off with blue, then you're going to want to need a purple, and then you're going to want a red because the red will have an advantage of the green. So really the blue and the red are really going to be kind of the best because this middle one is a real pain in the butt to try to time because it's going to be towards the end of the first phase of the AG's Challenge, and then it's going to be in the beginning of the second phase. And you really want to have more of a particular phase, whether it's the first phase or second phase, to do as much damage as possible. So Terry on the first team is going to be God tier because he's blue, and Oswald is going to be God tier on tier 2, or phase 2 on team 2 because he's a red and he's going to have the advantage against that green. And it's really all about just bumping up a bunch of damage, guys. It really is that simple with this AG's Challenge. There really isn't a whole lot to it. I am using Elizabeth, but you know, she's just a strong level 90 blue. You could use Magaki, you could use any blue character that you want to use, and I'm obviously using Cosme for her buffs. You know, she's just such a good character for buffs, it's just insane. And you could even put her on the second team. You could use your Shizuru for your a buffing character, and so on, guys. On the second team, we got Oswald. They got Mature just for a strong level 90 character to add to that damage. Maki does add a little extra support, and she adds a little extra damage. So I'm pretty fortunate to have, you know, 2 level 90 characters on the second team. But I guarantee you guys, Oswald or Terry, not even maxed out, guys, I believe either one of these characters at A3 are going to have no problem whatsoever getting the scores. I really don't think you're going to have too much issues with it. It's honestly relatively easy. This is one of the easier AG's Challenge that we have had, guys. So let's take a look at the runs that I got going on here. This is going to be first just the team 1 is all it's going to be. Now, whenever you're playing with Terry, you want to make sure that you play on auto because you're going to get that extra 400% to increase your attack whenever you use your UE skill. And always use your UE skill before your awakened skill. You'll see what I'm doing. You want to try to do that, guys. It's kind of a pain on auto because it'll automatically want to start hitting buttons. But you really want to try to hit your UE skill first, like what happened there, and then your awakened skill afterwards, and then excuse me, and then just start spamming that third skill. Just hold it down, let it charge, and look at the damage, guys. I don't even have his boost synchronization or the nuts applied to this character. He is A3, guys. Right? I mean, I know he didn't show you the Imprint Stones, but I mean, look what he's done. Right? He's already murdered the living hell out of this thing. Just insane. And when I see numbers like this from an A3 character, I tend to think, you know what? He could probably be A1, and he probably would get you that 3 billion or maybe a little bit more. Let me know in the comments if that is happening for you. If you have an A1 Terry and you're still able to get, you know, 3.5 billion or so, because I believe he probably could. I mean, these numbers are nuts. And there he died. And you can see the score, guys, 9 billion, 9.1 billion. That is an insane score, right? Well, now we're on to some further insanity because I'm going to show you guys how to play on the second team and use your second team. It's just like what I've showed you before in past AG's challenge. You're just really wanting to fort around, and this is our easiest challenge to do that with. Literally, watch what I do, guys. On my first team, I'm just guarding, right? Now, I can obviously do a bunch of damage with Terry. You guys just saw me doing that. I even kept Cosme on the first team, but I don't want to really do a bunch of damage with this team. I just want to show you what Oswald can do on this team. So all you got to do is literally go over to the side like what I've done here and hang out. Just hang out, guard with your UE character, and yeah. Now, you will notice I will hit the third skill just to take out those mobs really quick, just for the hell of it, right? And that, by the way, there's something else about Terry that's insane in this thing. When he does his third skill, he pulls those mobs towards him. So you literally can hit the third skill anywhere out on the screen, and he'll pretty much pull the mobs towards him, take them out. Very, very nice. Really, really adds to the damage that you're able to do in this game mode. Like, he really is God's here. I knew this skill was just going to be broken as hell in this thing. I just knew it, especially based off characters we've had in the past with a similar skill set. So good to see that Terry's broken as hell in this thing. And now we get on to Oswald. Now we got 1.6 billion right now, right? And remember, if I was using some different buffing characters, we would do even more damage, right? But we're just using 2 other level 90 characters, right? But you'll see old Oswald really start picking it up once we hit the Phantom UE skill. And look at the damage, guys. It just starts going nuts. Like, I mean, it's just like he's destroying the living hell out of this thing. Pretty much like nothing, right? Like he's I mean, yeah, he's godly, guys. Just ridiculous. And if your character's A9, A8, I mean, you're going to do even better than me, especially if you have a higher fame system leveled up more than me, or if your fame system leveled up more than mine, right? But look at him go. Look at him go. Man, yeah, I mean, and the beautiful thing about Oswald is he doesn't need to be, excuse me, A6 to be able to do that, right? At A1, he can easily do what he's doing right now. Won't do as much damage, but he'll still do what he's doing. And yeah, right? 7 billion, right? And maybe we could have done better. Well, actually, we're going to get more than 7 billion, right? And something else that's nice about Oswald is his skills do reset sometimes. That actually helps quite a bit in some damage. But we get 8 billion. 8 billion with my man, guys. And the funny thing about both the runs that I just showed you was I only tried them one time. I only tried those runs one time, right? I set up this team, I set up the second team, I did 2 runs. I did the first run with this team, and that was the first run you just saw, and then I did my second run with this team, and that was the second run that you saw. So there's obviously room for improvement. I could definitely do a whole lot better. The fact that I don't have the nuts applied to these guys, that they're not getting any extra buffs, the fact that Oswald doesn't even have any plugins on him, which is insane, right? Terry actually does have plugins, so the Oswald could have done a whole lot better. There's a whole lot of room for extra damage and extra points, but I feel pretty confident that most of you guys aren't really going to have a problem with this. This is honestly one of the easiest AG challenge we've ever had, and I'm really happy about it because I feel like most players are going to get most everything out of that carnival, and that's exactly what we want to see. So guys, let me know how y'all doing in the game. Let me know what videos you'd like to see of a certain character in this game mode, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GD+7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody. Take care.